We're not going to have any two-a-days this year. I'm in the recovery with our players, and so that's one thing. We're going to cut out the number of hitting drills that we have. We're going to reduce those. We're going to knock those things back, and we're going to adjust a little bit of practice time also and not have them on the field. And the whole importance is you know, we do not want to devalue our preparation. You know, our preparation is critically important, but I think it's also very, very important that we do everything we can to keep our players healthy and in a recovery state.
Take us through the guys up front offensively.
Well, offensively, I think, you know, one of the problems we had, you know, a year ago is obviously we lost 5 of our top 10 offensive linemen, and so we had players that have not played, and freshmen, true freshmen, Evan Bain, for example, a national recruit, going to be a great player, started left guard. The only player that started every game, offensive lineman, started every game last year. And so we moved him to center. We think that's going to be a good move for us. And we think that'll really be important to have him control some of the things he's doing. Most improved areas, Connor McGovern's our starting right guard. And a year ago, he was a player as a redshirt freshman. We wanted to be ready to play, but he wasn't ready. And now he's an entirely different player. And we're moving him into that position. Mitch Morris is a player that played center and guard for us last year, back and forth, was tackled all over the place. He's been at right tackle the entire time. Justin Britt, who we lost at the end of the season, is back from knee surgery, and he's starting at the other tackle spot, and we have some other battles going on. So I think, you know, sometimes what's your most difficult position, most inexperienced position one year can become a strength, and the most important thing is the continuity and staying healthy there, and if we're going to do everything we can to get that done. You know, we've got a lot of guys that can, with the ball in their hands, do some things, and, you know, probably the most we've had since 2007, 2008. I think that, you know, I think LaDainian Washington, who's here, is an impact player. He's developed into a great player for us. Dorial Green Beckham is a player that everybody talks about, national recruit a year ago, #1 player in the nation. Played. We had trouble because of our quarterback injuries last year distributing the ball to anybody, so our numbers on any of our players were very unusual for us in Missouri. Usually our numbers are pretty good. Marcus Lucas is another player that's a perimeter player, and there's several others that I think are going to really play at a high level. So I think you know, we got guys who can make plays. I think the most important thing is to, you know, to give our quarterbacks time to get the ball out to those guys, and that's when we're at our best. Well, James is, you know, right now he wasn't on the staff. The year before, he had a great sophomore year, and last year he got beat up like no quarterback I've ever coached since I've been coaching. Very tough kid, and disciplined kid. Very impressed with how hard he's worked, and I think how important this is to him to come out and have a great year, and he's certainly capable of doing that. When you come back without an established quarterback, we generally take the competition into August, and we're going to do that. Matty Mock's playing behind him, Corbin Bergstresser behind him, and a couple other players also. And so we'll see where that goes, but I think James is driven, like a lot of our players are. You know, we're used to winning, and we want to get back to winning again. And so that's we're excited about that. Henry Josie is a whole different story, you know. And all-conference player, as a sophomore, missed his last 3 games with a remarkably severe knee injury. Missed all last season, came out in the spring. He's very close to being 100%. We got Russell Hansborough, a player that played as a true freshman last year that I think has a chance to be an impact player, and a guy named Marcus Murphy. So I think some skilled players there.
I think I took too long on the front end, so we're running out of time.
Okay.
Can I get you to take us through defensively, then linebackers, secondary, just kind of some?
Yeah, well, I think overall, you know, we lose a first-round draft pick, you know, Sheldon Richardson. I think that's, you know, we lost a linebacker too as a third-round pick, Xavier Gooden. I think, you know, without question, that our defensive line, you know, it starts up front, and Coney Ely's one of our defensive ends. Michael Sam's one of our other ones, and then another guy inside that has really done some good things is Matt Hoke, and having him back and in there is really he's a different player than he was a year ago, and he's an inside player. So our depth there is going to be important to tackle, to make sure that we solidify that with the loss of Sheldon Richardson. Linebacker core-wise, I think we're very good there. We have a lot of guys in place that are going to do a good job. Andrew Wilson's here on this visit, and he's a senior and been a great player for us. And then E.J. Gaines is our all-conference corner, And then, you know, we have, you know, some of the perimeter people back. We have to start with a new corner at the other side. Might be Randy Ponder. Could be a couple other players. So, you know, it's going to be critically important. I think it all starts up front, really, on both sides of the ball.
Appreciate the time, Coach, very much.
Okay, thank you.
All right.